Betrayal, deceit, and ex-lovers. Always a dangerous combination. Add to this a history of debt, littered with crime, and this case becomes twisted beyond belief. When someone shows up dead, the police already have their suspects in mind. But when you have a murder with so many motives and rock-solid alibis, perhaps not all is quite as it might first seem. This is a twisted case once you dig into it a little. The Dalia Dippolito story is one that hit the global spotlight, and did it ever deserve it? Dalia is a Floridian real estate agent who, from the outside looking in, had gotten most of what she had gotten in life using her beauty and cuteness. While married, Dalia still had connections to ex-boyfriend Mohammed Shidea, the man she'd previously been romantically involved with. If that wasn't a sign of a bad marriage, then maybe her planting evidence in Michael's truck in an attempt to put him behind bars is. The story states that this attempt to get Michael arrested was a plot to get Mohammed back. Sneaky. It seemed that Dalia was playing both sides, and her plots to remove a marriage without forcing through a divorce were quite real. But this is where the plot thickens. On the morning of August 5th, 2009, Dalia, who was at the gym as always, received a call from the police.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry. Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of your dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
Well, that took a turn. She really should have been careful what she wished for. But before we jump to conclusions, Dalia's alibi is solid. The time of the murder and the time of the call to police put her far away from the scene of the crime. Dalia is given a reading of her Miranda rights as soon as she enters the room, and the detective gets straight to it, asking the question that's on everyone's mind: who would kill your husband?
Anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
He's for stock fraud.
Stock fraud? How long have you been on probation? Probation or parole? Is he spending time in prison? How much?
Dalia brought to light the extensive history of Michael's criminal background, and for time's sake, let's just say that that led to the revelation of the owing of $190,000. That's a lot of money, and that money was owed to some pretty sketchy people. Could the detectives be getting somewhere now?
So we were going to go ahead, and he had the money to pay off the probation and everything like that. And then I guess somehow when he went away, some guys didn't go away. They left the country.
You mean went away? He went to prison?
Right.
Okay.
They left the country. And so somehow he was dealing with some of those guys because they thought that he owed them, and I don't know, something with that he was taking care of. So the money that he used to get off of probation, he never did it. He did something else with that money. The one guy that I'm telling you about, Pasquale, if he also went away or if he did it. But this just happened like a month and a half ago. They all got arrested again. The same stock fraud stuff again.
His first name Pasquale or last?
I don't know.
Is it Pasquale or Pasquale?
Pasquale.
So it seems that Michael has some holes in his criminal belt, and money could easily be the motive behind this murder. Dalia manages to give them one name that might be of use, but I have to say, they didn't seem too interested. Something just doesn't smell right. What are these detectives thinking?
Let's get back to his death. I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice, and I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
Not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah. Evidently, your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs. And in your bedroom...
We have cameras, though.
I don't
Like, he
know.
doesn't answer for anybody he doesn't know.
I have
and
no-
I mean, the only person, like his probation officer is like the only, you know what
I
I
have
mean?
no idea.
He would not answer the door. We have cameras, like, at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras,
we have-
because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
As a result of Michael's dangerous and drug-infested life, we have a live surveillance feed in every room to ensure that the door isn't open for just anyone. They have a big dog with 2 smaller ones in the house, yet the dogs were okay. No alarms, just a disturbance call, and can I just say that when the detective told her he was shot twice, she was pretty calm compared to when the police told her in front of her house. Moving on.
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is
There's a lot that, like, I want to tell you.
I'm gonna be back. What I want to do is call right now. I'm gonna go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I want to see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on for a second.
Thank you.
You want to wait here?
The detective was gone for 16 minutes, and when he came back, he did something rather out of protocol.
Now, you know that I advised you of your rights, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business. I want to know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before. Ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer.
An undercover officer? Why would Dalia know an undercover officer?
You're going to jail.
Well, remember we said something didn't feel right, and that's because it isn't. Let's find out why.
We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't do
Everything,
anything.
listen to me. Everything has been recorded. Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going to
I didn't
jail.
do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me you didn't do anything?
So let's go back and explain exactly what the detective was talking about. Let's see exactly what Dalia didn't do, but actually did do, while insisting that she didn't do, but really did do. I hope you're still with me.
Hey,
We're staying in here, right?
all right, yeah.
Okay.
Man, he looks good. You up a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm good. Just that, took a little while to get here. I just want to make sure you're all right.
No, it's fine. I came with my cousin, that's why.
A hidden camera. But why? The ex, Mohammed? A friend catching her in a lie, perhaps? Let's see.
Just want to talk.
Okay.
Just want to talk, get some stuff out the way.
Alright, cool.
All right. Okay. First thing first. 3,000. And then, I do my thing. All right, and I just got to know a little bit about you. Understand? And then I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it and what exactly is going to be done.
Well, if you haven't guessed by now, that is a hitman for hire. Before we get to the finale, let's see what led to this. Well, it turns out that Dalia went back to Mohammed with the plan to skip getting him arrested and instead graduate fully to murder in cold blood. She went on to tell him that multiple attempts to poison her husband in the past had all failed. So, she convinced Mohammed to find a hitman that can take care of it. Or so she thought, because Mohammed instead took this information to the police. And the hitman in the car? Well, that's your undercover agent. You know, the one that Dalia had never met before. And boy oh boy, did she ever sign, seal, and deliver her full conviction with a series of incriminating statements.
So I just want to make sure that, this is what you want. All right? So I'm sure you want to kill this dude.
Do we really have to?
All right.
It's just, I'd rather be as less, whatever
Okay.
with you.
All right. All right. I know I got a picture. I looked at a picture of the house, whatever. I know y'all got an alarm system.
We have alarm, motion detectors, and camera.
What?
So how soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
Because I mean, you're gonna tell like this week, but like my understanding of everything was that like, you know, I was gonna give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact, and then after the fact, I guess you were gonna come and like find me or whatever, or you were gonna tell me like where it was supposed to go. That's why like today when you asked me for money, you threw me off guard, and I told you okay.
Oh, right.
I said to you, oh, okay, because you know I'm not gonna get on the phone with you, whatever, like over, you know. But I mean, I'm good for it. Like it's not like I don't have it.
No,
or anything, or you know what I mean. Like I understand your position. Like I went ahead and I gave 12 with the understanding that after everything was already handled, you were gonna come and find me. And I mean, I know not to f around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like you obviously know where I'm at.
It's incredible to see how nonchalant Dalia is when talking to someone she truly believes is a legitimate hitman, even finding time to have a few chuckles with her newfound friend.
How soon could you do it?
I could do it Wednesday morning at the house, because I was looking in the newspapers here. There's been a lot of burglaries in this area. All right, it's not uncommon for someone to break into a house. Okay, it's gonna be like I break into the house. You know, didn't think he was gonna be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm gonna think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work. Then you know he gets 2 in the head. Because I don't want.
No, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. You know, but I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you, but you know, I just need to make sure everything's gonna take care of.
All right. Okay.
Now on Wednesday he's leaving.
He's leaving on Wednesday?
He's leaving Wednesday.
What time
He's
is he leaving
between
Wednesday?
8:15 and 8:30 in the morning.
Okay. If it's not done by Wednesday, then I'll call you. If it's done by Wednesday, the only thing you're gonna hear from me is to collect. All right. Which is why I said that, you know, between now and when it's done, you know, you're not going to have an option to change your mind.
So here it is, last chance for Dalia to change her mind. And you'd expect perhaps a brief moment of contemplation. Surely.
Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, like, I'm determined already. I'm positive, like, 5,000% sure, like.
Okay. Do you go jogging in the morning? Do you go to the gym in the morning?
I was going to the gym, yeah. I mean, if I go tomorrow, it's not going to look weird or anything.
Okay.
I go to the gym on a regular basis.
All right, Wednesday morning, go to the gym.
Alright.
All right, anything for me?
No, I mean, we're good, right? You know,
we're good.
You don't need to know anything else, because you're okay?
I think I'm good. Okay. All right.
All these "I didn't do anything" statements, and you know they have all this evidence against you. You know the saying, if you believe it's true, then it must be true. Well, Dalia took that to a whole new level.
Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, thank God. You better quit your playing. Listen to me. I want you to quit your acting and get this over with. Okay, you know what? You need a real good attorney. You need a real good attorney, because we're going to show him the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that up? You think I made that up?
No, there's no, like, I'm determined already. I'm positive, like, 5,000% sure, like.
Okay.
I'm putting talking with you. When I leave this room, no other officer will ever talk to you again. The next time we see you is when you're in trial. Now, you can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you. And no one else is either. What do you want to do before I leave here? Because the next officer comes here, going to handcuff you and take you to the jail.
I want to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now.
You would think by now that she would lay down and accept. Video, check. Audio, check. Anyone would know to put down the shovel.
I don't know what's going on, please.
Go ahead and arrest him for solicitation first degree murder.
What's happening, please?
You should stand up.
Stand up, please.
But Dalia? Nope, not Dalia. She's clearly one of those girls that got through life using her looks and lies to win the hearts of men. And she thought it would work now. Let's see some of her not so bright moments. Starting with seeing Mike, her husband, alive and well, after she's been put in cuffs.
Oh my God!
You're alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you.
you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
And then more examples of delusion of grandeur as she's further interrogated by additional detectives involved in the case.
Now's your time, you know? You have anything to say about this?
I want to talk to my husband.
Okay, well, you can't talk to your husband. He's not here right now. You let him go home. He's taking care of the house and the dogs, so obviously your husband's alive. You saw him, right?
I saw him. I'd like to talk to him.
Okay, and did you see that black officer that was here
I saw
in handcuffs? Well, he's an officer. Okay, so does it get any clearer than that?
The good thing about this whole thing is that nobody got killed. The gentleman that walked in the room, he said it's an officer, all right? It's not the first day we've been working this, all right? It's an ongoing investigation where we have you talking to this guy. We've listened to every conversation you had. So now it's either, you know, tell the truth and do the right thing. That's, you know, that's if you want to reach inside you and you know, but you make mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes.
Everything's on tape, Dalia. There's no denying it. You know? Everything's on tape.
Dalia, listen to me for a second, okay? Listen to me for a second, okay? This is not our first day, okay? It's definitely not our second day, all right? This is an ongoing investigation, all right? Not only do we have you on videotape, we have every conversation that you had leading to this point.
And that's not all. She finally got to make her phone call, and you won't believe the one person she chose to make it to. You literally can't make this stuff up.
Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, Mike. Can you please come here?
Hey, listen, I don't want to fight with you. Honestly, I can't help you.
Mike,
Don't you understand what just happened?
what they're saying is not true.
How is that possible?
Like, I'm sitting here. It's not true. It's not possible. You wouldn't even give me 2 minutes to talk to you, but it's not possible. What they're saying is not true.
There it is again. It's just not true, Mike. Your eyes doth deceive you, my friend, because it's not true.
How in the hell did I hear it and see it?
Like, I heard what you heard. It's not true. I heard what you heard and I saw what you saw. Everything they showed you, they showed me.
And how is it not? How are you telling me that?
I
It's not
am giving you my word that it's not true.
What do you? Guy, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
Like, please, I need an attorney. Can you please help me?
I heard, Guy, like, how do you explain what I saw and heard?
Like, I am limited on my phone call. You know more than anybody. It's not true. Just give me time so I can talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, geez, Mike, she's limited on her phone time here. Stop making this all about you.
What did it say? I saw it. I heard it.
I saw what you saw and I heard what you heard.
Okay, what the f***? You said you wanted to have me killed. I heard that.
It's not true. That is not
How is it
true.
not true?
How can you believe that?
I heard your voice. I heard you say.
I heard the tape. Okay, I heard the tape and I saw pictures and I saw the whole 9 yards. I saw all of it.
So why would you meet a guy in a parking lot? Explain that.
I'm sitting here on the phone. I will tell you when I see you in person.
I can't come there anyway. I'm not allowed there.
That's not true. Who said that? They tell you that on purpose. That's not true.
Oh, Mike, it's not true. What aren't you getting here? The recorded phone calls, not true. Undercover video surveillance, not true. Witness testimonies, not true. Ex-boyfriend's statement to police, not true. Taxes, not true. Earth being round, not true. Being the subject of an insane video on YouTube for an interrogation cases channel, not true. It's all not true. The whole world is conspiring against Dalia Dippolito, using deepfake footage to frame her for premeditated murder. I mean, come on, give it up already, Dalia. I'm exhausted hearing this. imagine how poor Mike feels.
I don't know what you could tell me, even if, let's pretend, I said, oh, it's all better. I can't, they're charging your ass. Don't you get it?
I didn't do anything. Please.
I don't know what to say to you. I can't help you.
Mike. I think the only person that can help Dalia is Dalia. But she just doesn't seem to live in the same reality as the rest of us.
As my partner just said, everything's on tape. Video and audio. I know, but you're not going home. You see? You're being arrested, so you're not going home.
What do I have to do to go home? Let's take you go home.
I know, but you can't. It's impossible. You're going to the Palm Beach County Jail after this. You can't go home.
Oh, and you're going to serve your time, Dalia, because your good looks and ditzy actions won't do you any good in jail, honey. On July 21st, 2017, Dalia Dippolito was given a final sentence of 16 years in prison by Circuit Judge Glenn Kelly for her outrageous act. Despite the sentence, her lawyers are still fighting her conviction. As recently as February 2020, a judge refused to hear her case on appeal, but her lawyer vowed to continue to file petitions in both state and federal courts. Even now in 2023, Dalia Dippolito insists that she is free of blame. What do you think? Was 16 years enough? Should they have pitied her? Sound off in the comments. Oh yes, and one more thing. The last potential twist in this torrid tale. Remember the ex-boyfriend Mohammed, one of the key witnesses blocking her appeal? Well, in October 2021, he was found dead in his apartment. Do you think she could have had anything to do with it? I mean, we've all seen how determined she can be. Can you really put it past her? I'll leave that as food for thought. Like the video, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time.